With just a few apples and one simple rule, you can make homemade apple jam that tastes even better than store-bought. Hello everyone, I'm Nancy. If you have a few apples in your refrigerator that are starting to look a little soft or wrinkled, don't rush to throw them away. Those apples are actually perfect for making a warm, fragrant apple jam right at home. Today, I want to show you an easy and effective way to turn simple apples into a smooth, flavorful apple jam using ingredients you already have in your kitchen. Stay with me, because once you try this method, you may never want to buy apple jam from the store again. When making apple jam at home, everything starts with getting the ratio right. This is what I call the golden rule of jam making. And once you remember it, you'll never have to worry about failed jam again. The rule is very simple. The amount of sugar should always be half the weight of the fruit. If you use 1 kilogram of apples, you need 500 grams of sugar. If you use 2 kilograms of apples, you need 1 kilogram of sugar. This balanced ratio creates the perfect sweetness while still preserving the fruit's natural flavor. Along with sugar, lemon juice plays an important supporting role. Lemon juice acts as a natural preservative and helps the jam stay fresh longer. It also prevents the apples from oxidizing, which means the fruit keeps a bright, beautiful color instead of turning brown as it cooks. The juice of 1 lemon is usually enough. Once the ratio is clear, it's time to start preparing the apples. First, carefully peel the apples. Then cut them into small, even pieces. Smaller pieces cook faster and more evenly, making the whole process smoother. Try to keep the pieces about the same size so they soften at the same time while cooking. I'd really love to know where you're watching from today. I always enjoy connecting with friends from different places. And do you usually make apple jam at home? Please let me know in the comments. Next comes the cooking step, and this is where timing really matters. Place the chopped apples into a pot, add the lemon juice, and cook over medium heat without adding the sugar yet. Let the apples cook on their own first. As they heat up, they will slowly soften and release their natural juices. This step helps the fruit cook gently and evenly. Now it's time to add the sugar. Today, since I'm using 1 kilogram of apples, I'm adding exactly 500 grams of sugar. As soon as the sugar goes in, stay close and stir continuously. Sugar can easily sink to the bottom and burn if it's not watched carefully. As you stir, you'll see the sugar dissolve, the liquid increase, and the apples become softer and more fragrant. To check if the fruit is ready, simply press a piece of apple gently with a fork. If it breaks apart easily without resistance, the apples are perfectly cooked and ready for the next step. This simple test helps ensure your jam will have a smooth, rich texture every time. Once the apples are fully soft and cooked, it's time to create the texture you prefer. Turn off the heat and let the mixture rest briefly. Then begin blending. You can use an immersion blender directly in the pot or carefully transfer the apples to a regular blender. If you like a smooth, spreadable jam, blend until completely silky. If you prefer a more rustic texture, blend briefly and leave a few small apple pieces. Those little chunks add a homemade feel and a wonderful bite. Since I don't have much free time, I use an immersion blender, and it really shortens the jam making process for me. As you blend, you'll notice the color looks brighter and more appealing. This is where the lemon juice quietly does its job, helping the jam keep a light golden color instead of turning dull or dark. After blending, return the jam to the stove and cook it gently one more time for a short period. This second, brief cooking step is very important. Stir gently for 1 or 2 minutes. You may notice small bubbles or foam forming on the surface. That's just air introduced during blending. Cooking the jam again helps release trapped air and creates a smoother, more stable texture. When the surface looks glossy and even, the jam is ready. Now comes the most important step to ensure your jam lasts for months. Take clean, sterilized glass jars and ladle the hot jam directly into them, leaving a small space at the top. Wipe the rims clean, then seal the lids tightly. Immediately turn each jar upside down. As the jam cools, a vacuum will form inside, pulling the lid down firmly. This vacuum seal is the key to long-term storage. It protects the jam from air and bacteria, helping it stay fresh for a very long time. After the jars have cooled at room temperature for about 24 hours, it's time to check the seal. Gently press the center of the lid or listen carefully when opening it later. A soft pop sound is a good sign that the jar was sealed properly. When done correctly, homemade apple jam can be safely stored for 1 to 2 years in a cool, dry place. It's a small step many people overlook, but it makes a huge difference. Once the jam is finished, remember to label your jars with the date. A few years ago, I found a jar of homemade jam pushed to the back of my pantry, and honestly, I couldn't remember when I had made it. It looked fine, but I hesitated. And in the end, I threw it away, just to be safe. Since then, I've made it a habit to write the date on every jar before storing it. I hope this recipe makes your days a little sweeter and your kitchen feel a little warmer. Take good care of yourself and enjoy every spoonful of jam you make. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed this video or have another recipe to share, please leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to follow along with my daily cooking ideas. I'll see you in the next video.